record. And so you all are just on mute, but you can see you're here on video. All right, I'm live in Facebook and Instagram and here on Zoom. So welcome everyone to the weekly, or the not weekly, bi-monthly Circle of Light meditation. This evening, I wanted to focus on connecting with the inner child, which is a big theme that's been coming up a lot these days for a lot of us, myself included. And I did a meditation just like last week, so I'm going to actually keep my talking time relatively short this evening so we can just dive into the meditation. But just to give you a little bit of a set the stage, I guess. So much of where a lot of us are experiencing are moving through layers of ego, through old fears, old limiting beliefs, feeling not enough, feeling like we're not able to receive love or give love, feeling less than in some way. And this is old stuff from past lives, obviously from childhood. And we notice that there's something that we're working on when there's an experience with somebody that we have in our life that triggers us a challenge in a relationship. Often that's how it comes up. And this is important because this is how we move into higher states of consciousness. The earth is moving into fifth dimensional frequency. As you all know, hopefully, maybe you don't, but it's part of this massive shift in consciousness, and the earth is moving into this new dimensional space, the fifth dimension. So we as humans were being asked to shed all the heaviness, whatever doesn't serve us, so we can go there too. And a lot of us already are. We're moving in this new earth reality as we separate, as we peel away from 3D. And so part of that process, as I said, is whatever is still within there, any old habits or patterns that are rooted in sort of our wounded inner child, that archetypal part of us that is trying to keep us safe, that came up with a coping mechanism that worked for most of our lives, maybe until it stopped working, until we noticed that this isn't actually helpful anymore, this isn't good for me anymore. So it's earlier today, I literally did an inner child healing guided imagery hypnotherapy session today. I did one yesterday with clients, and it's just so powerful, so powerful. I'm doing a childhood chakra regression workshop this week, and I'm a student in it. I'm participating. It's a hypnotherapy workshop. It's really all about how we pick up on the emotions and energy of our mothers in utero, prenatally, for better or for worse. And it's also when we're infants, and much more than has ever been realized. And that, that continues obviously through childhood, but luckily we can clear that. But that stuff, these sorts of beliefs start at a very young age, even in utero, as those developing fetuses, the gestational period, which is kind of hard to believe. So the past few days, I was connecting in with the energies that are here with us, and there's always Quan Yin that comes in, this beautiful ascended master, divine feminine sort of goddess. And of course, Mother Mary, who's the embodiment of that divine feminine. And actually, there was an image that came up for a client just recently of just being held by the archetypal divine feminine mother. And I often do this for people actually in hypnotherapy inductions, of just having them sink into the Mother Earth and just be held, in the womb of the earth, just cradled, receiving that mothering that we often didn't receive as children. And so that's really the energy that I'm feeling with us tonight. Valentine's Day is coming up in a few weeks. For many of us, Valentine's Day can bring all kinds of associations and triggers, and the Hallmark holiday stuff. But I believe it's a wonderful opportunity to just offer self-love to ourselves. Never mind all the cards and flowers and dinners and whatever with the partner. Of course, if you want to do that, that's great. But why not take that opportunity to be like, I'm going to reclaim this as an opportunity to really give myself love that I deserve, that I give myself compassion and forgiveness, and be kind to myself, be gentle to myself. And that's so important, that unconditional self-love of just accepting who we are with all the things we've done, the mistakes we've made, with feeling like, even though we feel like we're not enough, even when we wonder if we can do things, that's what we're being asked to step into. So let's do a meditation to bring in that energy and to really help that inner child feel healing as well. And let me just say real quick that, when we're doing this work, this healing work in our lives, this soul expansion work, often we feel that there's some resistance that comes up, that we know that there's this mirroring exercise that might be good for us to do, where we say, I love you to ourselves in the mirror. And I just sent an email out today suggesting that people write 5, this is what I say to clients sometimes too, write 5 things that you love about yourself down every day for a week. It can be really hard to do for some people. And notice, even as I say that to you now, is there a part of you that feels resistance to that? Oh, that's too hard, or I could never do that. And if so, then it's probably really important for you to try to do that. And there's also probably that inner child fear. The inner child comes up again with ways to keep us safe, strategies. It's, if I just please everybody, then I'll be loved. If I keep people away, then I'll be safe. If I, because somebody left me or rejected me, that means that there's something wrong with me, that I'm bad in some way. These are all these sorts of conclusions that the inner child within us can jump to. And we really want to, connect with her and be like, allow her to express the feelings of something traumatic thing that happened to her, or just some little statement somebody made that hurt her or him. And allow her those feelings, those unmet needs to be expressed, to be released. And then move towards healing. What ideas does she or he have for how you can move forward once she's really expressed her emotions and her unmet needs about what she's experienced? How does she feel about that? Really allowing that to be released. There's a writing tool where you can write a letter to your inner child that I have in my book, Tools for the Awakening Soul. If you haven't picked up a copy, there's a lot of stuff in there about doing inner child work. And it's where you write a letter to her. You imagine she writes a letter back to you, and it's very powerful, just sort of bringing that, reconciling that part. So it's a process. And I know every day I try to check in my inner child. I just, imagine, where is she? Is she on the swings? Is she playing? Is she happy? If she's feeling a little sad, I try to talk with her, my mind, and ask her how I can help her feel better. Sometimes I bring in a spirit guide, as I do in, sessions with people, to help her feel safe, or to help her feel better, loved. So, all right. So we're going to do this meditation about self-love with our inner child. Okay, so let's begin. You can close your eyes. And just take a few deep cleansing breaths, emptying out the energy of the day and inviting in fresh, invigorating, healing energy right now. Slowly exhaling, emptying out. As you exhale, anything that doesn't belong in your body at this moment, just let it go as much as you can. And then just begin to settle into a natural rhythm of your breath. Just tapping in, connecting in with the flow of your breath. If you could take a ride on your breath, just follow it, trace it, follow its path through your body. Where would it go? Where is it moving? Just feel it circulating around, following it through every limb, the different tissues, through your bloodstream, through different organs and cells. Just really centering and connecting with your inner being. And as you do that, imagine that there's a curtain just being gradually opened, inviting in this divine feminine healing energy. There's a few ascended masters with us this evening. Mother Mary, Quan Yin, Mary Magdalene. And there's others there as well. Hathor. There's some Hindu goddesses. Just feeling these beautiful divine beings here with you, all helping you plug into the essence of Gaia, of Mother Earth. I'm just imagining that you're settling into a hammock, maybe a hammock made of natural fibers, of vines or moss, really strong moss, in a beautiful jungle, so verdant, so green, so much vegetation, nestled deep in the wild of Mother Earth, of this planet. And you're lying in this hammock with a little girl or little boy, your inner child. And maybe she doesn't know why she's here or what's happening, but you just remind her, you turn to her and just remind her that she's been invited by all these loving, divine, feminine masters and by her guides and angels, which are also yours, your adult you. And thanking her for choosing to show up. And just if you like, maybe focusing in a little bit, like you're tuning into an old AM radio, just connecting in with her energy a little bit more. What is she wearing? What does her hair look like? How does she seem to be feeling to you? Is there anything she wants you to know? Anything she wants to share with you? And as you listen to her, maybe you respond. And maybe there's a loving being, a guide, or one of these divine feminine masters who steps up and talks with her and helps you connect with her to just correspond and comfort her in some way with their help. Just taking a moment to do that. And for some of you, you may feel she's engaging with you, and for others, you may feel she's not ready to engage, and that's okay. Let's ask this guide to sit with her, to comfort her, and maybe then she'll be ready another time. Maybe there's more she wants to share with you. But otherwise, I'd like you to let her know that she is loved no matter what, that she is a whole and perfect being, connected, a piece of that divine source energy, otherwise known as God, that she is that herself. He is that himself. And therefore, she is whole. She is perfect. She is love, the embodiment of love. And there is nothing she needs, nothing more that she needs to do or be to prove herself, to be enough, to be loved, to be accepted, to be liked. As she is at her core, she is divine. She is pure. She is good. She is love. And she hears this and absorbs it a little bit. And just notice how she responds. Maybe she wants to share more with you, or maybe she just needs some time to be comforted. Maybe she wants to go and play. Just taking a moment to be with her, and maybe this loving guide, Mother Mary, is stepping in, Quan Yin, to remind her and to comfort her and remind her that she is so loved. So many of these beings of light, green Tara, so many of them want her to know that she comes from a long lineage of divine ones. And she is here to help bring light to her family. And while they may not understand her, and they may even treat her in an unfair way, that she has volunteered for this mission, and for that she is so brave. And she's beginning to heal from the traumas, from the hurts she's experienced, to begin to share her light with others around her who are in need, who are awakening, who are stepping in to remembering who they are as well. And so see her, this little girl or him, rising up and becoming this beautiful divine child, shedding away the layers of human programming and all the karmic ties from past lives, being in all these incarnations on earth in this very challenging earth school. And she's rising up above, just shining out pure light like an angel, remembering who she is, and exuding all this light. She knows that she is love. Love is who she is. And these ascended masters, these divine feminine light beings are surrounding her and helping her through this process of transmuting the old into the new, into light, into pure, unconditional love for self. And she becomes one with the adult you. You feel her essence merging with yours in your body. You are now one. She is here to work with you, to support you, to help you become your highest and best self from this moment forward. Taking a moment just to soak all this up, this light, this beautiful healing, feeling this integration, this alchemy with your inner child. Feeling her with you and knowing that you will be with her from this moment forwards, always just checking in with her, plugging into that connection. Thanking all these divine feminine beings for being with us, for supporting this little child, this little you. Knowing you can continue connecting with her by writing to her or him and sharing more thoughts and feelings. You can come back to this space anytime you choose to connect. Feeling yourself being wrapped in light, like beautiful wings just encircling both of you just now, bringing you into one. You can bring your hands in prayer position if you like, just giving thanks, bowing to honor this beautiful connection, to thank these beings, to thank this little inner child for being here, honoring yourself, your higher self, and your human self. And lifting your head up to the light, up to the sky. Deep breath in, deep breath out. And whenever you're ready, you can now stretch out, coming back into your body. And whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes. So just imagining now as you do that, that you're just bringing in your energy, your chakras a little bit closer to you. Just imagining yourself kind of wrapped in this bubble of light. So I hope that was helpful in some way. If you don't have a book called The Sophia Code already, I highly recommend getting it. I was referencing some of these beautiful divine feminine masters in there. It's a book written, really channeled by Gaia, and it's just such an amazing healing book. I often do activations from that book in the New Earth Collective. We've done ones with Quan Yin, with Isis, with Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene. Am I forgetting anybody? Anyway, and we'll be doing a few more with Hathor, Green Tara, White Buffalo, Medicine Woman, some of these beautiful divine feminine masters. So all right. Well, I hope that was helpful in some way. So as I mentioned, if you want to keep connecting in with your inner child, I actually have a free handout on my website that I just uploaded called Inner Child Healing, which you can get under the resources tab, which I'll link in here somewhere. Excuse me. It's been a long day, busy day. or if you want to have a more thorough experience with your inner child and understanding more, there's a few more exercises. My book, Tools for the Awakening Soul, is also available for you. In the meantime, I'm going to be off for a few weeks as we go on vacation. We're going to Costa Rica. I'm very, very excited. My sister lives there part of the year, so we'll be there with her. Haven't been there for a few years, so it's going to be nice to be near the flowers and vegetation and little creatures in the sun. So, and also, in case you're wondering if you want to do more of this sort of divine connection, I'll be offering my yearly class on how to read the Akashic Records at the end of March, a 6-week class series where you'll be learning how to open your third eye, open the heart to really connect in with the masters in the Akashic Records, the Council of Elders, to do readings for yourself and for others. So check that out. It starts, as I said, the end of March. There's an early bird rate that goes through, I think, March 10th or something like that. So, all right. Sending you all much love. I'll see you in a few weeks. Many blessings until then. Bye.